Hey, I'm here with Walter from Koma Elektronik at the Musikmesse 2015, and he's going to talk to me a little bit about the new stuff Koma Elektronik is showing this year.
Exactly. Well, there's two important things that are coming out later this year. Coming after the summer, the Koma Elektronik Poltergeist. It's a quadraphonic audio mixer. You have 4 channels going in and 4 quadrants out. That means that you can pan 4 different sounds to 4 different outputs simultaneously by hand. By doing this, you can use a LFO into the panner, so you see that it's like panning around the signals around the 4 quadrants. Let me see. Oh, let's open the attenuator for that. And then there's of course the master pan section, with which you can take all those 4 different inputs and pan them around. There's solo mute buttons. You can set the different starting positions. Oh, there we go. And to demonstrate that here at Messe, we actually brought this quadraphonic audio helmet with 4 speakers. It's very, very difficult to show, but if you want, we can try. You want to put it on?
Yeah, later on, afterwards. Okay. Yeah.
Let's do it. So that's the first product coming. That's coming out after the summer. The Poltergeist quadraphonic audio mixer. Very awesome features also to use it in the club during a live performance, or just in the studio if you're into like multi-channel audio design, or you like to do stuff for movies. I think very, very useful module. And you can also use it as a normal stereo mixer. So yeah, if you don't have 4 outputs or 4 speakers, just go stereo, you know. It's a bit more old-fashioned, but you know, it will still do in the 21st century. Yeah. The other product coming out, production starting in June, is this monster that's lying over here. It's the complex sequencer. The idea is you have 4 sequences, A, B, C, and D, all have 16 steps, and they're fully featured. The idea is that you sequence one sequencer with the other sequencer. And since we broke everything open, that means you have CV for everything. You can make really, really complex sequences that also, well, you know, don't sound like sequences anymore, because they go in all different directions.
And I see MIDI ports as well, so I guess you can sync it to MIDI.
Yes, it will have MIDI syncing capabilities. It will send MIDI out as well. It means you can use one sequencer for your tones and one for the velocity. You can. We are currently still figuring out the last little bits of the MIDI implementation, but the idea is you patch it up and then you send the MIDI out to whatever instrument you want. So you can use the analog actually to make the sequences and send them out to your MIDI gear. You can set repeats per sequence by doing this. Then this step is repeated actually by 6 times. You can set steps on off, so they get how do you call that? Skipped. Glides per step. You can change it also with the glide knob, the intensity of it. Sequence start point. Here we are actually CVing the sequence start point. That means that well, you can see it's starting every time in a different step. There's a lot of clocking possibilities, super tight. There's a quantizer per channel, output range you can set. There's a CV recorder on board. In total, you can send out up to 9 sequences at the same time. Master controls for all the different sequences on, off. It's very easy. And then over here, well, all the patch points, so you can really, really go crazy, you know.
And you said it's going to be available later this year, or when?
It will be built. We will start production in June of this year, so I hope to have them out, yeah, well, from mid-June on.
All right. And people can get them at the usual retailers?
Yes. We will have them present at all different shops all over the world. Of course, also direct from us. And if people are interested, just check out Koma-Elektronik.com. and you'll read all about it.
All right, cool. Thanks. One last thing. For people who are just getting into modular synthesizers or synthesizers in general, could you tell me a bit more about Koma Elektronik, the company? Like, who is it? How did it start? Just real briefly.
Well, Koma is me and my colleague Christian. We started in 2011. We both are musicians. We've been making music for a long time. But the tools that we found in the shops were not really the tools that we were looking for. We found them fairly limiting, and we had the feeling that, well, we wanted to be more challenged with the stuff we use. So we came up with these two pedals over here. This is a gate delay and a filter sequencer, our first products. This one, you gate the signal, then you delay it so you can rip sounds apart very aggressively. This one's a filter. You step through different filter stages with this sequencer on board, which you can clock. It has 3 outputs. That were our first products. Then we slowly went into modular. We made this unit over here. It's also a filter. It's the same filter as in the pedal. We have a clock machine. That's kind of what we make. Cable hangers over here.
Yeah, always good to have those.
Exactly. The tools that we make, we really want to let them push boundaries. So stuff that's not really there yet. We are really into crazy sounds. We're into sounds that sound like
like the helmet there, right?
Like the helmet there, exactly.
Okay.
And the main, we are from Berlin, and we really like techno music, and we see more and more that our tools actually are being used by techno musicians. Yeah, and I think we're very content with that, and we're happy that well, we can help that crowd make better music, you know.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot for your time, and yeah, I'm looking forward to see the sequence in action later on. Thank you.
Thank you.